Gallagher.
Thank you. I apologize for being late. Director Wray, yesterday you expressed concern about the CCP's ability through its ownership of ByteDance to control narratives, software, data on TikTok. So long as ByteDance or another Chinese entity owns or maintains control of TikTok or its algorithm, would you maintain those concerns?
Yes, it's the ownership of the CCP that fundamentally cuts across all those concerns.
And specifically ownership of the algorithm, control of the algorithm.
Well, it's control of the algorithm, it's access to the data, and it's the software's, it's control of the software which allows access to the devices. So you've got a data collection issue, which could be used to conduct all kinds of data operations and traditional espionage. It's the algorithm, that, as you rightly pointed out, that enables them to conduct influence operations. And as I said in response to an earlier question, that's particularly concerning because it's not at all clear we'd be able to detect that. And then third and finally, it's the control of the software, which gives them access to millions of devices. And all you got to do is look at the fact that the Chinese government has the biggest hacking program in the world, bigger than that of every other major nation combined. Put that together with the fact that they have stolen more of Americans' personal and corporate data than every nation, big or small, combined. And you put that together with the risks that you and I are talking about, and to me, it highlights what a big concern this is.
So I guess the question is, for all of you, and just go down simply, should we ban TikTok or force a sale to an American company?
Well, I've expressed my concerns. I'm not sure how else the problem could be solved, but I've expressed my concerns, which are the ownership of the CCP.
Is that a yes?
Again, I don't speak to bans. That's not ultimately that's a policy decision that's kind of beyond my...
You all have a voice in the CFIUS process, correct?
And we are absolutely, I know that we are, I think we all are expressing our assessments of the intelligence, the risks, the threats in the CFIUS process, but there's the ultimate decision about that is beyond the scope.
So in that process, you haven't been asked yes or no yet?
Well, again, we submit our intelligence to the other participants, and then there's a committee that does its work.
Director Burns, sorry to be obtuse. Should we ban or force the sale of TikTok to an American company?
Well, all I'd say, Congressman, I absolutely share the concerns that Director Wray has mentioned, but, we're not in the business of, making policy calls on bans or no bans. But I absolutely share the concerns, and we're not shy about expressing those concerns.
So in the CFIUS process, you don't get asked for a recommendation, one way or the other?
Well, speaking for the FBI, we're asked to submit our intelligence assessment, but we're not asked for, at least it's been my experience, we're not asked for a recommendation about what the ultimate decision should be.
Director Haynes, same question.
Yeah, no, we do not provide a recommendation. Essentially, as Director Wray is indicating, what happens is our office pulls together the intelligence from the intelligence community that's relevant to any particular CFIUS transaction, and we provide that into the process, essentially as, grounds for policy discussion.
Do you share Director Wray's concerns?
I do share the concerns. I share the concerns of foreign entity-owned social media platforms, other things that can, be misused effectively. And we have a national OPSEC program, is what we call it. The National Counterintelligence and Security Center runs this, and they have issued guidance essentially on these types of, the use of these kinds of, applications and platforms.
General Nakasone, do you share Director Wray's concerns? Are you willing to answer the question whether we should ban it?
Certainly, one third of Americans get their news from TikTok every single day. 1/6 of American youth say they're constantly on TikTok. That's a loaded gun, Congressman. And as you know, we are executing for us the work to ensure that TikTok is not on government applications and IT.
I'm running out of time, but go for it.
I would just say we support the CFIUS process, and as we brief decision makers on policymakers with the intelligence we have, our analysts are in active and open dialogue. If their opinions are asked, they will give those opinions. I agree with everything that's been said here, and I have a deputy director who has 3 teenagers. If TikTok goes, she may not be able to go home.